Woo wee. Woo wee. Woo. Woo wee. Let's light it up a little bit. Hold on. Woo. That bright light. That is bright. First of all, welcome on in. My name is Shannon Williams. I am the OCPD coach. And my goal is to help you build a healthier relationship with progress. How do I do that? I show you guys my life, how I plan out every single week of my life to get things done while also being present with my family. And today I'm tired. I'm tired. I have a saying with which is rest is progress. And I'm resting today. After this stream, I'm probably gonna work for another 2 or 3 hours. I'm getting some good food. I'm going to bed. I'm at least laying down. Maybe I'll do some activities with my son. But it's not why you guys are here. That's not what you want to really hear about right now. So we're gonna try to make this a quicker stream than normal. What I'm gonna try to do is run through this, get through all of my different tasks, and get you guys out of here in record time. So let's hop right into it. Right into it. Go to my scenes. Let's go to active. I'm gonna cut my music on in the background. Where are all my playlists at? Sure, we'll do this. Focus music. Here we go. And then let me just switch this to play out my echo in my closet.
Playing from Shannon's iPhone.
There we go. Boom. Okay, there it is. So let's hop into this, guys. Let's hop into it. All right. Do you ever wonder? One more thing. Hold on, one more thing. So if you need a hero, just look in the mirror. No one's gonna stop. Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's so creepy. Hold on. Look at how I just zoomed in on the Doom helmet. That's insane. Let me see something. That's my Galactus. That's my buddy right there. My other Galactus. All right. And now we can get back to me. That's funny. You might want me to wear it. All right, let's get into it. I'm serious this time. Let's get into it. So, there was a lot of moving around with stuff this sprint. Let's do a 10-minute timer for this so we can knock it out. A lot of moving around this sprint. So I had to pull a lot of stuff in and out. And that's what happens in life. Biggest thing is you want to give yourself enough work where you feel challenged, but don't overwhelm yourself with work where you won't be able to get it done. So that's the balance that you always want to try to strike. Now, what I did was I'm going to go through my list right now. I was able to do benchmarking for my social media stats and analytics. I got that knocked out. I actually just hopped off the call with my marketing guru. The next thing is build match flow with AI. So this is for the game I've been working on, the wrestling game. This is something that I took the original ticket, split it up a little bit so that I could capture the work I did, because when I estimated the work, I didn't properly estimate all of the different caveats. I've been programming it to work for with AI and with online at the same time, and it just adds so much complexity. But it's for a good cause, because I won't have to redo any of the work when it's time to go online with it. Next, send RGSS for testing. 3. Yeah, this was something I uploaded the game and I uploaded it to the wrong folder, or I renamed the folder. And when I renamed the folder, Steam couldn't find it, so I had to re-upload that. So we got that. Admin planning, got that knocked out. That's the prep for the streams and getting all that stuff taken care of. Building a collectible and trinket list, comics and etc. I knocked this out. So this was something I did in last night's stream. I did this while getting work done on the wrestling game. I took breaks and alternated. Next, we have OCPD Coach Hyper Focus stream. Yep, that was a Saturday night stream. And I actually did it twice. Let me actually do this. Megan, happy Sunday. How are you doing today? Let's pull this back. I actually did a Hyper Focus stream twice this week. I did one Friday night and I did one Saturday night. And I think I might keep that pattern up. I kind of liked it. So we'll see. We'll see. And let me refresh this. Let me see if this got moved over to finish. She was running around like a rolling circle. I missed my meeting too. So yeah, admin planning, hyper focus. All right, knock that out. I duplicated it, but maybe I didn't put it in this sprint. My brain is mush. It's rainy, but much better than the hot, super humid weather we've been having as well. Oh yeah, well that's good. Yeah, that humid stuff cannot stand humidity. When I'm just sweaty and everything's sticky, I don't like it. So I'm glad that the rain is helping cool you guys down. All right, cutting my son's hair, knock that out. Ordering supplies for my son's wrestling ring. This is something I was guilty here. I messed up. I spent 3 or 4 hours doing this yesterday. When I had a whole Saturday, I procrastinated. So that was on me. I could have done better. But I ordered a bunch of product supplies to try to build my son a more high-tech wrestling ring we could that we could play with. So knock that out. Reading the Bible 30 minutes, I did that, got that knocked out. And I did that during the Friday stream. So what I like to show you all is that there are ways where you can multitask. You can do certain things at the same time. Just try to find, that's why it's good to have visibility. So you're always able to track how much work you have left. And then you can pair stuff up as it makes sense. So let's keep going. Add persona card data to table. I forgot I did that this week. Add speaker effect for announcements. I realized I'd already done that work the Thursday stream. So the Thursday stream wound up getting moved to Friday. So I streamed twice Friday. I did my check-in, my midweek check-in, and then I did a hyper-focus stream where we just got work done. She shot me. Shaving, I knocked that out. My meeting with Jameson, my consultant, knocked that out. And I think that got pushed to Friday too. My Thursday was jammed. It was crazy. I took my family to the movies, got that knocked out. The Thursday stream, don't add us. I did that. Yeah, my Thursday was wild. OCPD Coach Sunday stream. That's the one we did last Sunday. Trademark check-in. That's always an easy win for me. Just check my website. Sun time, 2.5 hours. Way more time than 2.5. Wife time, 5 dedicated hours. We got 5 hours in definitely. Work out at least 2 days this week. Yes. Build the attack system part 1. So for the wrestling game, I got a lot of progress done as far as that initial flow and attack, where you can select if you want to pass, choose a card, clear card. I think I made the personas pop up, but I haven't made it where you actually get assigned personas yet, so that doesn't do anything just yet. But we did that. And then get voiceover scripts created for NPCs. That was old work. and take AJ to the vet. Yeah, my dog got sick, so or hurt somehow. He wasn't even sick, but now he's sick. Now he has stomach something going on from the medication, so his stomach's all over the place. But yeah, knocked all of those out. So you guys, even though I bump stuff out, I still get the I still am going to treat myself for this sprint because I pulled a lot of stuff in. There was a lot of ad hoc stuff. I lost a full day Thursday to my job. That was over 12 hours worth of work on Thursday. And then on Wednesday, that was also a long day for me. I came in early and stayed late. So I lost 2 days just for the work. And I still made time to get stuff done for my wrestling game, for Retro Game Store Simulator, for the OCPD coach, just having meetings that I had to have for that, marketing meetings, pet stuff, plus family stuff, plus hobby stuff. So honestly, guys, this is the time where we get to do our special effects. Now, which one do we do today? Do we do Here Comes the Money? Or do we do my eyes are twitching? That's how tired I am. Let's see something. Let's do Thor today. All right, so that's our win. That's our celebration for today. Now let's go ahead and we're gonna go back. Let's go back bright. Whoo-wee. Man, that bright light gets my eyes when I'm tired every time. So let's go ahead and complete this sprint. Let's knock this out. Again, this is gonna be a shorter one. I'm so tired, and I still have a lot of stuff I need to get done. But I want to keep my commitment and at least get the bare minimum of the commitment met of making the stream. That's the bare minimum. All right. Now let's go into our sprint retro again. This won't be long. We'll make it a little bit of a shorter one. 10 minutes. Totally unrelated, but that reminds me that Luna calls Thor Hammerman. No way. So I'm gonna tell you something. This morning I started thinking about spoof comic books for my video game, the 1980s video game I'm working on. And I was literally thinking about calling him Hammer God or something to that extent. Hammerman sounds funny though. That might be what I call him, Hammerman. Because I needed a spoof for Thor. And I was like, Hammer God or something. That's amazing. Okay, what went well? Still, so I would say got a lot done in different areas. We'll say job, uh, multiple games, marketing, family, hobby. Okay, I'm gonna write that down. Hammerman, I like that. Okay. What else went well this week? Well, let's see. What didn't go well? Let's put more emphasis on what didn't go well. I would say worked outside of traditional work hours for my full-time job. What didn't go well? Uh, I'm not managing my money the best. Impulsive spending. So I'll be honest, it seems like for the past few weeks, money has been burning a hole in my pocket, and I want to figure out what I can do to get better with that. But this is why it's good. You want to write down any struggles you're having, get things done. What went well? Found time to connect with son on multiple days. Taught Some the basics of drawing and Photoshop. Finally, I'll put it here. So finally ordered parts for Bing's wrestling ring. Finally started getting marketing live for RGSS. What didn't go well. Wish I made more. Oh yeah, my boy is 4. So right around that same age. Oh dang, he's learning Photoshop. He's learning Photoshop. So I have him drawing. I have the wacom board, and I was just showing him how to draw because he likes to draw like I did. I always drew growing up, and he's so talented with drawing. I just want to teach him how to slow down and focus on the details. Impulsive spending is so hard to stop, at least for me. It's very hard. Yeah, it's very hard. So I'm trying to find a way to reward myself for not spending. It's just for me, I know if I'm in that moment and I want to buy something and I don't buy it, then I'm probably gonna procrastinate for another 6 months. So sometimes I just have to pull the trigger. Or I put it on my wife. I'll ask my wife, what do you think? Should I get it? And then I don't have to take the blame for it. So I wish I made more progress with RGSS units. What didn't go well? I'm blocking Justin from getting work done in RGSS units optimization. Have you ever done cash stuffing? I'm starting that up again. Cash stuffing, is that stuffing the envelopes when you with cash and writing names on them? What went well? Hmm. What else went well this week? Oh, I will say, made every single stream plus streamed an extra night. So something else that's a plus, had to move stream and meetings out of Thursday, but didn't get bent out of shape, right? And I'll say +1 against rigidity. Yeah, you said you did that, Ramsey. Yeah, okay. I figured that's what it was. So I never did that because everything we get is online. I mean, we pay all of our stuff we pay is online. I probably could do it one day. But for me, it's just so much easier. I just have everything on auto pay. I just know that I don't have to think about stuff because if I have to think about it, I'm going to forget about it. And that's the biggest struggle for me. What didn't go well? What went well? Oh, Megan's here. Yeah. So this is what went well. Megan is here and asking great questions. Able to share strategies and tips. Found way to bring other projects of interest into current projects. Started getting OCPD coach Discord running. What else? That's another win I wanted to say. I thought. I will say this: didn't rush when purchasing items for Bing's wrestling figures. Same here. You can keep everything digital too, and if you do impulsive spending, you can take cash out of the no bills, out for the non bills. That's not a bad idea. See, let me consider that. That's not a bad idea at all. Got Wacom board connected for new concepts and drawing. I don't know if I told you, Megan, I finally got my Wacom board connected. So now when I'm trying to explain the concept, I can draw the concept and you all will be able to see it. Okay. Okay. So now let's hop. Now we're down to the last 2 minutes. Let's get this going. Spend time figuring out. Let's say I forgot a big one. Onboarded all social media platforming, all social media posting to buffer for OCPD coach and RGSS. I'm bolding this because I need to talk about that. Would Tampery be willing to do a video focused on what it's like to be a partnership? Maybe some advice for both. See, this is the thing. My wife actually has social anxiety, so this is something we talked about. I'm probably gonna have to keep her off the page. Um, but what I could do is ask her a series of questions, and that is actually something I would like to talk about with other people. Is that element, the other side of the OCPD? So spend time figuring out LinkedIn, TikTok posting. All right, we spent time doing that. What else? Address vertical streaming issue. No. Set a date in the calendar to have fun with family. I did this. Technically, I did this because we went to the Fantastic Four movie twice. Add Cash App donations in the future. When I get time, see if I can. I think I need to celebrate more and better, add more milestones. I still agree with that. Start posting content on for new YouTube channel. I did that. See, this is the good stuff. When you do stuff and you're good to whatever it is, action steps list, it makes it easy to move forward. And maybe OCPD and parenting. OCPD and parenting is something I would love to talk about. It's been challenging to try stepping in when Luna is trying to do something hard stuff. See, this is the thing. If you have questions about it, in particular, I can always answer the questions, and then we can figure out what kind of videos to make because that's been my biggest struggle with my ADHD and OCPD is parenting, honestly. And I would love to talk about that. Find someone to manage the OCPD coach socials. Not right now, though. Seriously consider Kickstarter. I would love to hear that. I got divorced from my previous husband. I think if I knew I had OCP, then it might help. That's big. Yeah. I can't scroll all the way down because I have at least a little. Glad I'm out. Glad I'm out of that relationship though. It was always a positive. It's always a positive. Don't take Addy after 1 p.m. I think I did pretty good with that. But let me keep it in here just so I always know. Find someone to manage, build a solid plan to implement call-in feature for streams. I did this. I actually did that. I got that done. I have a call-in link and I have the same link. I set it up inside of Streamlabs also. Need to check balances on business credit cards more often. I did that. Did pretty well with that this week. Find a way to implement sketchboard into streams. Look at that. That's a lot of my action items that I was able to get moved in. Mm-mm-mm. Let me see if I can paste this up. Nope, I'm doing way too much. I almost broke something. All right, let's keep going. So that's that. Now let's take 5 minutes real quick, and we'll just talk about a few of these. Are there any of these that you see, Megan, that would be helpful if I addressed it? While you answer that, let me go to the one I boarded. I voted. This is a big one. Onboarded all social media posting to buffer for OCPD coaching retro game store simulator. I completely forgot to mention this in my Jira board, but that was a huge win because I was able to take the time. I sat down, took the time, and created multiple social media accounts, connected multiple social media accounts, even after they gave me errors days before. Old me would have said, all right, whatever, I won't deal with it. But new me, the new version of my brain, the software update in my brain actually allowed me to focus and get that done so that I can unblock. So that is going to be a +1 delegation. All right. And another thing, this is a big one for me. Found way to bring other projects of interest into current projects. One thing that I've wanted to do is I've wanted to build a few different games. I have a lot of ideas. I'm easily inspired. Ideas are always in my head. But I had an idea for a comic book store simulator and got really excited about it. And I started thinking, oh man, I could do it like this. I could do it real fast. And it came back down to the question I told you, Megan, the other day. You have to get rid of the question of how do we do it? Because that's the first question was how could I do it? And I didn't stop to think, does it need to be done? So I was able to take the ideas, write it in my idea confluence. I have a bunch of ideas where I just write them out now before I do any work. And then I started, as days went on, I started to think about ways that I could implement elements from that game into the current game I'm working on. So it doesn't detract from anything. It actually just enhances what I already have. All right, let me see. Can you zoom in, please? Absolutely. Yep. I probably should start trying to keep that. That's something I need to try to remember zooming in. What's the difference between checking things off your Jira and filling out the matrix? Is that one of your free? So yeah, this is one of my free resources. So this is inside of one second. I think I have it in here. There it is. Boom. So it's inside of resources. It should be, but it's a project retro. So the difference, let me explain it. Jira is what I like to call I love analogies, so I'm an analogy person. But Jira is, let's say the end of Jira, the end of my sprint is Mount Everest. That's the top of my mountain. Every single week I start at the bottom of the mountain. Jira is just my way to climb up that mountain and be able to look up and see how much further I have to go, while also being able to look down to see how far I've come. That's what Jira is for. So all I do in Jira is track all of my tasks. Oh crap, you're right. Megan, you hit it. Thank you. This is a great time. Let's implement. Let's try this out. You want to see the sketchboard in action? Let me do it. Let me do it. Timers clear. And let me see one thing. I might have a meeting. I'm trying to set up a meeting right after I stream. So give me once. Okay. So let me actually pull the board out real quick. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Special. Let me cut the board on. First, I had the board off. All right. Okay. So as soon as I get this to open, we're gonna do this. Let's do this, Johnny. Need some water. Oh, I need to order me some food. Yeah, I definitely hear my son. All right, let me go down here. All right, let's give it a shot. I don't care what's in there. I just want to know what's on your mind. Okay, let's give it a shot. Let's see. Let's see if this comes out how I want it to now. I might make a full screen version of this too, where I can full screen it so you can see the whole thing full screen. So slide some stuff over here. Now I have to cut these Elgatos down. These lights are bright. My eyes twitching. There we go. So let's see. Oops. All right. Great. So when I talk about Jura, I'm talking about that mountain, right? And this is where we want to go. We want to go and put our flag up top. Every single week, we start right here at the bottom. And hopefully I can write neater in here. This is how I actually write, so this is accurate. So this is a weekly sprint. Treks. Let me see. Treks, not even work. I would say Treks tasks. I'm always willing to do a guinea pig for different tools and ideas, reviewing content. Okay, yeah, that would be lovely. The word lovely. One thing I've always sucked at, I'm trying to get better, is asking for help. So I'm going to try to keep that in mind. So tracks task. So that's Jira. The sprint retro is trying to think of an analogy that's similar. So if I get to the top of the mountain, they're probably going to do a health check-in. This is the health check-in. Oh, that's horrible. So it's like a care package or something. And I'm hoping I get better with this with due time. All right. I try to put it here. Ask for help is so hard. That's why I like to offer it so people don't have to ask for help. Plus, I'm a type 2 on The Enneagram. Ah, okay. So yeah, this is first of all, I need to look that up, the Enneagram. But that's one of my struggles. I'm hoping this is helpful. This is my first try at trying to write this out and hopefully it makes sense. But Jira is what I use every single week just to track my tasks, just to see how good if I'm making progress, what I have on my plate, what I have left, and things I've gotten done. Whereas the retro is what we do to talk about our process. So, how was my process? Do I have any wins? That is what we have in the what went well section. These are the wins. Celebrate things that went well. What didn't go well? These are things that didn't go well. Was I late for all of my streams? Did I plan properly? Was I off topic? Did I ramble a lot? Did I properly estimate tickets? Those types of things. And then the last section is a set of action items. So, what can I do better going forward that will either help me address the things that didn't go well or help me increase the list of things that went well? And the retro is done at the end of every sprint. So I do my Jira board. You're going to see the whole process, but I'm basically in the middle of the process. So the first thing you do, oh, and thank you for the sub. The first step is we plan out our sprint. The next step is we do our check in throughout the week. We'll close our sprint, and then we go into the retro, and that's the full cycle. All right. So hopefully that helped. Now let's get back to it. Let's just step by. All right. Let's get back to it. So if I pick this up, put it over here, and then I go back to let's get the lights back on. I think I'm gonna go cool. That cool seemed to do me a little better today. Yeah, we'll go blue. All right. So next thing I need to do is fix my screen so you can see my screen. Yeah, thanks. Okay, awesome. I'm glad that was helpful. That was my first attempt. We'll see if going forward I can make that a recurring thing. So yeah, that is what we have. And this is the thing. I track this all the time. So every single week I track it and I keep it in the same document. So 8-3, that was last week. So let me see how far back do can I go? Wow, that's insane. I didn't even think about I can go all the way back to May 18th and see what was going well and what didn't go well. So here, for instance, what didn't go well May 18th? I underestimated how much work would be needed to get more into streaming. And so this must be when I first started streaming. I underestimated the amount of time before each stream, late for multiple streams. Every stream that I performed had technical difficulties. There were nights that I overworked until 2 a.m. Adderall residue. Didn't get too much. Ooh, that's the wrong too. You know what? I'm not going to fix it because my OCPD wants me to fix it. I'm not going to fix it. Didn't get too much work done on RGSS. That should be a higher priority. StreamerBot and Discord is still sending the wrong link over. So this is just something I can literally go through every single week since May and see what went well, what I struggled with, and then what steps I made to make the adjustments that were necessary. All right, now let's take a quick 5-minute break, and then we're gonna hop into the sprint planning session. And we are working with a beast, 37 and 43. So that is 80. That's 80 tickets. We need to go through 80 tickets and narrow this thing down. So let's move play test 2 will move up. And in the meantime, let me get me some food ordered real quick. I want so badly for this place that I'm looking at to have good food, but I don't think they'll have good food. And part of me is telling me to trust my instinct. The other half of me is telling myself that I always think food is going to let me down, and then I get pleasantly surprised. So I really just have a taste for some good soul food, mac and cheese, and all that good stuff tonight. This place has some catfish, smothered rib tips. I think I know exactly what I'm eating. Let me see if they're open today. No, I don't see my place on here. I don't see my place on here. Nope. That sucks. That sucks. Okay, I have 2 minutes to order my food. Let's look at this place now. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, this is gonna have me sleeping really good tonight. Mm, 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 mm. What about me? All right, down to 1 minute and 50. Bum 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 bum. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Only thing is, I was trying to order my son some, but he's such a picky eater. I don't want to waste any of this. So I'll order mine and then we'll figure out what we're gonna do. Oh, okay. Mm. 50 to 60 minutes. All right. All right. All right. I'm good. Got me some dinner. And by the time you know, all right. So now let's get into our sprint planning session. Do you think we can knock this out in 15 minutes? Let's see. All right. So this week, I have things I have to keep in mind. First of all, I have family coming in. So what we're going to do is let's create a new sprint. I think it'll be smarter if I make a new sprint. Mhm. I'll make myself a goal. My number one goal is to get milestone 1 done for what's the name of what am I talking about? Oh, all-time wrestling. Number 2 on here is going to be spend dedicated time with family. And I would say number 3 is unblock Justin. So that's going to be my goal for this week. That means, oh, one more thing. Make all streaming commitments. Commitment. I don't know. I'm writing the word out, and I know how to spell. I'm actually a decent speller for the most part. I just be in spelling bees and everything, but today with this brain, not happening. Right. So things I know I want to do if I get a chance, get 3D printer set up. But we both know. Whoa, whoa. So can I get the 3D printer up and running? I'm starting to itch to do some more woodworking. I love woodworking, and I'm trying to get my 3D printer working before my woodworking itch gets too strong. This is going to be a tier 1 relationship thing. Don't have financial. If I can get this, that would be big for financial. Okay. I'm sorry for. So now what I'm going to do is go to my transition sprint, and let's move everything up from here. And we both know the way it's going to go. Let's delete that. I don't need that. Create ticket for retro action items. Let's not do that. Look into Space Desk for drawing pad. I don't need that right now. I don't need Space Desk at all right now. So first things first, let's do part 2 for this, part 2 for this, and then we're gonna move all of these up. And we both know admin planning, hyper focus stream because I'm supposed to have that might be my wife and I relaxing. Hello, what kind of woodworking stuff do you like to make? I love making things and fix things. Kyle and I are pretty much the opposite of typical men. So, for instance, you see this. This is MDF, but I actually built this whole wall. So that was one fun project. But what I'm thinking when I'm talking about woodworking for this, I'm thinking about doing some smaller stuff. My son is into wrestling and I'm into wrestling and like to do. I want to build some stages. I think it'd be a lot of fun to build some wood stages. And I got the lights. I purchased some lights and monitors and all of this stuff so we can really set it up and trigger it and make it. We always go overboard with OCPD. We get lost in the details, and that's how it is. I'm the one who does home maintenance, repairs, handyman type stuff. Hey, whatever make you feel good. It's something about. I think it's something about doing stuff with your hands. It just feels good. That's right. Thank you. That was my first one, so I'm probably gonna repaint it eventually. But thank you. Let me just accept the compliment. Thank you. So let's move some stuff up. Cutting my son's hair, Bible. I'm gonna try my best to still do Thursday stream, but I have family coming that my mom and I haven't seen them in a year, so we'll see if I get a chance to do it. What I noticed though is my sprint typically gets filled up with so much stuff that I do every single week, which is good because it helps me see how much time I actually am taking up with just stuff that I have to get done. Okay, perfect. So I have a meeting in about an hour. Yes, family first, exactly. So all of these we're going to move to family visit and sprint. I would love to create the shopping system. If I add this though, it's going to be stretch. But what I can do instead, let me not do this right now because that's not in my goals. Craft and marketing materials. This is no longer on me. I actually have somebody who does this now. This is why you delegate, 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 delegate. That's one of the biggest strengths I can tell you with OCPD traits. If you can learn how to delegate properly, find the right people to delegate to, you'll save yourself so much headache, so much time. You will find peace. So billing is going to move up. So I have billing, my bi-weekly with my video editor. Honestly, I think this is all I should move in this sprint. And let me add one more ticket in here for make ceilings dynamic, static in RGSS for Justin. That'd be a big one if I can help with that. And we would say, what would that be? That'd probably be about one or two, not too long. Make sure I put RGSS on there. I'm gonna say, let's find wife time. Where's wife time? Let's try to bump this up to 10 hours this week. Visit family. I'll allot this about 10 hours also. And I'll say story points on this ticket should be max. When you do your, I'm about to check that out one sec. So now look, I'm gonna show you tier one relationship. This is the difference, right? Tier one relationship is my wife and my son. Tier two relationship is where your parents and your siblings go. So I haven't used that one in a while. because my family is out of town. So we'll do that. 20 says 25 tickets. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, cool. I got nervous for a second. I thought our meeting started at 4 p.m. and I was gonna say I might be asleep by 4. All right, when you do your body doubling streams, is it where we state our task we're working to complete by the end of a designated time block and do heads down quiet work, or is it where you stream what you're working on and talk us through it while you're working? Is it ticket the same as a task? Yes. So for that, a ticket and a task, I use them the same in Jira. I use them interchangeably. You might hear ticket, story, task. I just use this whatever makes sense in that moment. I use it, but I typically only use that and an epic. And epic is just a parent where everything could belong to it. Now, when we talk about the actual body doubling streams, whatever works for you all is what I would like to do. What I've done sometimes you'll see me get in hyper focus mode where I just won't talk for 2 hours while I have my music going. I'll have this on mute so you can't hear it, and I'll just be working. And if somebody pops in, I'll say hi. But other times, I like to engage. So if there's a chance where you have a question and I can answer the question, then that's a great opportunity to handle that also. But yeah, I would typically it's been really rare where I've actually gotten a task completely done during it. It's just that time for me to show you all what I'm working on, but also for you to get work done at the same time. And thanks for explaining those terms. So I didn't know. Yep, no problem. See, all of these that you see are going to be the tasks, tickets, or stories. And then the purple that you see here, and I probably need to zoom that in also. Hold on, I help you out real quick. Where you see the purple, this is the epic. I don't use epics as much. I like to use labels now. It just makes everything much easier for me. I personally prefer heads down, quiet work with the check-in in the beginning and at the end. Okay, so if that's what you prefer, that's something I can definitely do as well. Because for me, it makes sense. I just know when I stream, I didn't want people to get bored from me not talking. But if it works better with me not talking, then I'm definitely down to just do it like that. I'm getting spam emails. I don't know how somebody got my email. They keep spamming me about Walmart jobs. And they keep calling me Lucas. My name isn't Lucas. All right. So we have make ceiling static. This is a lot of stuff. I mean, this is not a lot of stuff. This is why I work with my phone on do not disturb typically. This is not too crazy. I'm trying to think if I want to try to push myself and add something more, but I really don't because then I'll make it where I always have work to do. And if I have a chance where I don't have any work to do, that would actually be a huge win for me. So, and I could really push the 3D printer setup. I just know when I push stuff, if I push it for more than a week, I might never prioritize it. I may never prioritize it. Let's mark it as stretch. And let me create one more. So create a new Steam capsule for Retro Game Store Simulator. I would imagine that might take about 3 hours. This again is a stretch. If I can do it, amazing. But I can only bring that in if it makes sense. Now, Megan, this is why Justin, what up? What up? Justin, look, I made a ticket. I made a ticket so I can get you on block. At least I thought I made a ticket. I lost it. Oh, here it is. Make ceiling static. So I'm gonna try to get that knocked out for you so that you can do what you gotta do. All right. Let's add this to the all-time wrestling epic. Okay. And one more thing I want to add, since I just scheduled a meeting, I need to meet with my animator for my horror game. And hopefully this is a 1 hour meeting. Sandra, how you doing? Y'all came in like twins with the GG. Welcome in. Oh, I'm out of time. What am I doing? I'm just rambling. I need to add a sound effect on that. So I need to meet with my animator, and we're going to meet in 30 minutes. And my food is going to get here at 3:11. So I might be having a 10-minute meeting today. We'll see what happens. But yeah, meet with Amelia to discuss animation needs for Eat Your Fries. Okay. So I'm gonna put a 1 on that. Assignee is me. Label. Let's do Eat Your Fries. All right. How much sleep did y'all get last night? I'm off. I'm off. I think what, about 4 hours of sleep. I went up at 2. Probably went to bed around 2:30. Finally dozed off. Got up around 4. Couldn't start tossing the turn until about 6. And then yeah, I've been up since then. Got up, got dressed, got to work. By the way, everybody in this chat right now is a workaholic. So you all can relate to what I'm talking about. Probably many sleepless nights. That being said, y'all, let's kick this off. Sleep was that. I already knew. Let's do start sprint. Yo, I gotta see my board. Look at this. Before I start this sprint. Actually, no, one thing at a time. Let me check this. Milestone 1 should be good. Spend dedicated time with family should be good. Unblock Justin should be good. Make all of my streaming commitments should be good. Think I have like 4 or 5 streams this week. The streaming schedule is picking up. It is definitely picking up. Okay, so now let's check this board out real quick. And then I'll do show and tell for a second. So the first thing I always do is I go in after I start my sprint and I organize my board so that I know when everything is going to take place, what makes the most sense, and things I can knock off right away. And then I like to put it in order. So first win is always this OCPD Coach Sunday stream. That's the one I'm in right now. I always give myself a gimme because I'm already in that stream. Next thing, I start moving everything over to block stuff I can't work on today. Damn, you blocked me. That's funny. I wasn't even thinking about it like that. Yeah, that's funny. No, when I say unblock, I mean make it where you can do the work you need to do. That's what I mean. Anytime you guys see me say blocked or unblocked, it means just making it where people can do stuff and they're not dependent on you to get something done. Because a lot of times that's a big issue with people like me is we'll get in our own way. Hi, Justin. I thought the same thing. All right, let me keep going. So, sun time. No, that's not blocked. He might get that time in today, honestly. My son is a daddy's boy. He loves to be down here, so he might get that time in. Wife time, wife time. We're gonna wait because I have family coming in, and that's gonna be our first time having a babysitter in over a year. So that'd be really good to just get some time with her. Okay, so let me my trademark check in. Now this is something I can knock out right when I get off the stream. I could check in on my trademark. Work out at least 2 days a week. No way I'm gonna get it done, but I can get started. Thursday night. Oh, I have to change the name. I can do it now. So now it's not control or debate. It is don't at us. Don't at us. Justin, do you need somebody to help you promote your game? Because I got somebody for you that'll help take that load off, let them run it for you. All right, so we have that. Jameson meeting. This is a Tuesday thing or a Thursday thing. Shaving. It's not time to shave again yet. No, not yet. Yeah, the one. Yeah, the one I'm working now. Most definitely. Okay, I have somebody for you. He's a new grad. He graduated from Full Sail not too long ago, and he's doing my marketing now. And I set him up in this tool called Buffer.com, where I put all of my social media platforms in it. I think it's about $70 a month, but I have 6 platforms, so you can have all as many as you want. And I think it's like $10 per platform. But he's managing, so I just built him a tool to automate the posting for my social media. As far as that didn't make sense what I said. I built him a tool that allows him to grab screenshots from my game, just of my games rotating. And he's taking that and he's doing all of my social media marketing. And I got him aware of Chris Zukowski, so he's already following Chris Zukowski's logic. He is somebody who figures stuff out and young, hungry dude, 20 years old. So I can send his contact over if you're interested. All right, so reading Bible. Maybe I'll do this today, actually. Maybe I'll do my Bible study today just to knock some stuff off the list, get a good start on the week. OCPD Coach Thursday stream. I can't do that until Thursday. Marketing meeting. This is every single Sunday, so this is blocked until next Sunday. What else do we have? Camille bi-weekly meeting. I need to see when that is. Part of me wants to say it's Tuesday. Yep. Okay. OCPD coach hyper focus. That's a Saturday stream. Can't do that yet. Visit family. That's blocked until they get here. Do billing. That's a Thursday thing. Benchmarking is a Sunday thing. This is something I could probably get done today if I get a second. Cutting my son's hair. I just did that, so it's not time for that yet. Build match flow with AI. That's in progress. Build a tax system. That's in progress. Meeting with Amelia. That's to do. So I can do trademark check-in. Get 3D printer set up. Package milestone 1. We want to have that there. Add combo system. Let's get that there. And yeah, that looks good to me. It looks solid. So the reason why I'm doing this is with my ADHD, I already know it's best if I can eliminate as many roadblocks as soon as possible. So this allows me to go and easily go to my Jira board and not get overwhelmed by looking at a bunch of stuff I can't do anything about. I don't even have to look at that last block column. I mean, that first column. I don't have to look at it at all until I'm ready to. And I know what days I'm typically ready to because I'll have a meeting request or something like that that triggers it. So that's that. I have a stretch column. I added this because if I have things that I wanted to bring it in, but I don't want to. If I have to bump something and figure out what I need to bump, stretch goes first. So that's why I have that stuff here. Brainstorming is if something is on my mind. For instance, for me, the steam capsule is on my brain because I'm trying to think about how exactly I want to do it. So I'm going to add a stretch label on it just so I know it's still a stretch. So you mean business? You got the glasses on to get that work done today? I see. Yeah, now these I'm gonna tell you these backups. But when I don't get a lot of sleep, my eyes burn and my eyes will actually start running. So I don't plan on looking at a computer all day. It didn't make sense to put contacts in today. So I got these are the backups. Got these boys on, and without them I cannot see. But with them I can see 1720. But good to see you, Shrew. I hope you're doing good. Got a lot of work done yesterday, I know. How many hours of sleep did you get last night? See, that's what I should rename my channel, Workaholics Anonymous. All right, let's keep going. Cool. So that's that. That's that. Honestly, I'm going to put combo system in here, meeting with Amelia, packaging the milestone is going to be down lower. Admin and planning is something I typically add there too.
New calendar. Horror game and meme meeting. Starts in 30 minutes.
Thank you, Alexa. Can you program those tasks that happen on certain day?
Horror game and meme meeting. Starts in 30 minutes.
Can you program that task? Can you program those tasks that happen on a certain day or date for them to show up in your dashboard only until that time starts? I think you got 2020. 2020. I think I get what you're asking me. And to answer you, I'm sure there's ways to automate it. I haven't done it. So I'm sure there's ways to automate it. They have a lot of controls for it. I just always still like to know, have the full scope of what I'm working with. And can you hide these? You can filter also, but again, that's a manual thing you have to do. My vision is wired like everything else. Okay, so I almost clicked complete sprint. Let me show off real quick. I want to show y'all something real quick. So before I end this sprint, I want to tell you guys that I'll be live again Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern time. And Thursday, oh weird, okay. Thursday stream is when we're going to do our check-in. As long as I don't have anything that like last week where I was not able to make the stream will be here. And we do a work stream. I'm starting to do those Fridays and Saturdays, but I know for sure we have one on Saturday, and that'll be Saturday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. That won't be on the OCPD Coach channel though. That's going to be on the DIY Interactive, which is the Shannon the Game Dev YouTube channel, and it'll be on Twitch, obviously. So that's that. And then every single Sunday we do this. So we started at 1:15 p.m. Eastern time, and we went over our work that we did last week. We did our sprint retro where we analyzed our process, and now we are finalizing our sprint, or we have finalized our sprint for this upcoming week. So before we hop off, I do want to show you guys my new toy. It's not even a new toy. I've had it for the longest. I just haven't pulled it out to use it. So we have our drawing board now, and there's got to be a way to just do a full white screen. I know there has to be a way to do it. But yep. So this is what we'll start doing some stuff like this, Just have some fun with it. Can you please post your channel links in your Discord so we all can yeah, actually. So something like that, I'm gonna add it in my Zero board. Post channel links in Discord. I definitely will. Post channel links in the OCPD. Okay, so we'll do that. My vision blurs out if different distances. So I look at something that's like 21 feet away and it might be blurred. And if I step back and forward, it won't blur. Is that not how vision? Like everybody's vision is not like that? Because I thought mine was like that. No problem. But yeah, so we'll come in here sometimes, and it's no telling. It's no telling what we might draw. What we might draw in here. Maybe I can have a thing where I say, hey, give me something to draw, and I try to draw it because drawing. I've always been somebody who always loved to draw, and as I got older, I got more into the digital stuff as far as technology, and I lost my energy and my joy for drawing, and I want to start getting back into just drawing every once in a while, especially since my son is starting to get into it now. Or like Pictionary. Yeah, I wonder if they have a Pictionary plugin or something like that. 'Cause that'd be really cool. I was trying to draw a bear from Vision, but I don't remember what a bear looks like, so I'm not worried about it too much. Use Procreate. Does Procreate work like Photoshop, or what is Procreate? Because I've heard of Procreate before. But also paint and color. Ah, okay. I know bears have that weird nose mouth thing. No, everyone vision is it was 20 feet. Is there a max difference? Everything first. I didn't know it. Okay. So that's really weird. So yours is almost like a weird autofocus. It's a on the iPad. Got it. I got an iPad here. Maybe I get that for my son because he loves this thing now. And I can't let him use it while I'm trying to work at the same time. That's not how this goes. So maybe I'll try to get him Procreate on his iPad. But y'all, I'm not really an iPad for kids person. I'm not a fan of them at all. Unless my son is doing something creative. Yeah, I don't know. I was bored right here, so I just like let's see. Yep, keep practicing. It looks more like a man because of the eyes. But yeah, all right. Let me uh let me go ahead and wrap this meeting up, y'all. Appreciate you. You totally should. Yeah, okay, the iPad. Yep. I blanked out that fast. My memory is gone. I'm stumbling through every word that I'm saying today. But hey, appreciate everybody that came through. I hope that you all had a great stream. If you did not, try to rewatch the stream. At some point, I'm going to try to get my videos edited where my streaming content can start getting re-uploaded. I might need you to do my avatars for me. Look, if I had time, I would. I don't even have time to do my own stuff. That's been my biggest issue. That's why I have to keep bringing people in to do everything because I was going to try to ask you to do my avatars. I saw a video you did where you had the movable avatars, and I said that's a dope concept, especially for days that. But I don't know how much work goes into that. That's the thing because you had it moving when you were talking. See y'all in Discord Thursday. Yes, yes, yes. I'll see y'all Thursday. Got at least 2 streams Thursday. We have Don't Add Us, which is a YouTube channel at 7:30 p.m. Wait, what time is it? 7 p.m. We go live at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So we'll drop the link. I always post that in my YouTube channel. And then my 4 p.m. one. So yeah, y'all have a good one. We getting the wish list up slowly but surely. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Keep fighting for y'all life. And I'll see you in the next one. That's how all the YouTubers say it. But no, seriously, keep fighting for y'all life. I hope y'all have a great week. If y'all need anything, reach out to me. And peace.